Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Monday evening going to your Tuesday morning. Looking at South Carolina right now, looking relatively dry for right now. It is look like that maybe a couple of showers could potentially pop off. Um, Mainly throughout most of this region right here of South Carolina. I just cross out North Carolina, but mainly this part of South Carolina is what we're looking at right now for potentially some showers. Um, but we also gonna have to watch out for these freeze warning up here. Sub-freezing temperatures as low as 29 is expected. Portions of northeast Georgia, Piedmont, and western North Carolina, and the upstate of South Carolina is included inside of this freeze warning. Temperatures as low as 29 degrees can get going. Make sure you bring those plants and pets inside. Wrap those or get those pipes warm. Open up those cabinet drawers that has pipes in them. Let the water drip outside if you are up there, and it's gonna be below freezing. Looking at the entire United States for right now, here's what it's looking like right now. If we go and switch over to the MRMS, you can see if we go ahead and we're gonna turn off the there we go. All right, and cyclone port, turn that off. All right. So looking at the MRMS right now, we do have some rain going through North Carolina right now, and we do have some rain down here and some storms down there in Florida and California as well. Arizona, some heavy downpours, rain going through the Mid Atlantic, and some snow, even for the Northeast and the Great Lakes region up here, maybe inside the northern Midwest as well. We also do have some showers down inside the South Central U.S. as well. But looking at the majority of the U.S., I mean, from the North Central U.S., the Rocky Mountains, the West Coast, except for down here in California, it's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice conditions. No rain is falling really at all. Really, just mainly the east, the southern parts of the U.S. Dixie Valley looks pretty fine as well, and the northern Midwest and the Great Lakes region. So, going on ahead and looking at cloud cover. Cloud cover for right now is looking like we have like some kind of some low clouds. Maybe some fog could be introduced with that as well, but mainly low clouds and fog is what we're looking at mainly for cloud cover right now, mainly for northern South Carolina. May drift southward into the PD region of South Carolina, but mainly just watching for some low clouds. Looking at the current temperatures right now, current temperature 46 Greenville, 57 Columbia, 62 Charleston, 59 Georgetown, 59 Myrtle Beach, 59 Loras, 57 Florence, 57 Sumter, 55 Augusta, 48 inside of Anderson, 50 inside of Rock Hill, 61 Beaufort, 59 Walterboro, and 61 Moncks Corner. Those are just some temperatures around South Carolina. Looking at our minimum temperatures for tonight, again, freezing temperature possible for the upstate. So around 30 degrees possible. Greenville, Spartanburg, 31. Anderson, 34. Not quite below freezing for Augusta and Columbia, but Augusta, 34. Columbia, 35. Sumter, Florence, 35. 40. That's 48. 43? No, that's 43. 43 inside of Charleston, 40 inside of Myrtle Beach as well for tonight. Going on looking at the max wind gusts for the next 24 hours, we do have the chance for a good 26 mile per hour wind gust up there into portions of Greenville, Spartanburg 28, inside of Anderson 25, Columbia 26, Sumter 23, Florence 29 to 30 along the coast from Myrtle Beach down to Charleston and Savannah 26, Augusta. So, let's go ahead and move on. Here's our 24-hour precipitation totals. As you can see, it says no precipitation is expected at this time. But if you go on ahead and look at the model, the HRRR, you can see like some showers may start to develop for just that northeastern region of South Carolina. Very low confidence for right now about what it's gonna do and will those showers develop. But it's looking probable that some showers could potentially pop off right there inside of kind of like the northeastern portion of South Carolina. If you're looking at your screen right now, or if you're not looking at your screen, but if you're looking at your screen, you can see where I'm talking about. And it does kind of come with that bowling ball trough. As you can see, the trough is going to push downward in South Carolina, bringing us that cool air and that freezing temperatures. And they're also going to try and spark some showers as well. Bring those into eastern North Carolina. And then that's pretty much the only thing we're talking about. So, if you're inside the northeastern portion of South Carolina, definitely watch for a couple of showers going into the next few hours. But if you're everywhere else should be pretty dry and relatively dry for most of tonight going into tomorrow as well. Looking at the next thing, and that's the future. No severe weather is possible. No flash flooding is possible. So there's nothing really to talk about on that front for South Carolina. But I do want to talk about one thing before I go on ahead and talk about the future. I do want to talk about the not the future, but well, we will talk about the future, but I do want to talk about the potential for those wind chills tonight. Wind chills tonight could get low because obviously you just saw a couple of 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts and winds that high and below freezing temperatures. That's not real. That doesn't really go too well together. But if you look at the wind chill slash the heat index values, we go to the HRRR. If you go on ahead and move to 23Z, and we're going ahead and move on to scene 2, you can see as those wind chills start to push in, watch this. I mean, wind chills this is around the lowest right here. Wind chills can reach 28 in Columbia tonight, going into tomorrow morning. 31 Sumter, 30 Florence, 31 Myrtle Beach, 35 Charleston, 27 Anderson, 30 Greenfield Spartanburg, 37 Augusta. So yes, even though those temperatures won't be below freezing, with the winds and the feel like temperatures, it will feel like it is below freezing in some regions. So I don't. If you want to be safe and move some of your plants indoors, your pets should be indoors. Even if you are down near Charleston, 40 around like 43, 45 degree temperatures is probably not suitable for your pets either. But with those wind chill values going as low as 35, pets should definitely be inside, even if you're towards the coast. Because on Myrtle Beach, at the beach, it can feel like 32 because of those winds as well. But looking at, other places as well, like up there inside, like near Anderson, 28, 27, definitely need to bring plants and pets indoors as well. So that is the wind chill values. Definitely decide, do those plants need to go indoors or not? And let's go ahead and talk about the future. So looking at the GFS for right now. The GFS is looking to get rid of that system or in those showers that we could potentially talk about in the next couple of hours. And we do have this little coastal storm. Some of the forecasting sites are saying that some gusty winds is possible. The models aren't really showing it, but we're going to have to wait till we get closer until we get to the short-term range models, because right now, this is 108 hours out. These are only long-range models. So we are just watching. Definitely heavy rain is definitely a factor in this. Flash flooding, we got to get closer. But definitely some snow possible up there, so the northeast. And then we have another storm hitting the Pacific Northwest, bringing snow to the higher elevations, rain to the valleys, and potential severe weather for potentially ports of Arkansas, Oklahoma, going into mainly parts of the central United States. And we have this kind of like this line right here. If you can see where the coordinates are, you can see them right here. You can see that they kind of stay in the same region, just like over and over again, and then finally reaches us. Severe weather potential. Not watching. We're gonna have to wait a couple more days. This is a classic severe weather signature right here, but not for us. It might bring us some showers, so I'm watching for that, and it's 300 hours out. So, a couple of key points. Our next major system, this little coastal storm, will happen this weekend on the 23rd. Pretty sure the 23rd is Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, it is. Once we pass that, we have potential for some more showers, potentially some gusty winds, and maybe some potential severe weather on the 28th. And then that's pretty much it. And then we get into April. So, not going to be too active for us as other people, but for sure for us, we're still going to be pretty active. I think we're going to have two more storm systems coming through March, and then we'll be in April. This severe weather season feels like it just started yesterday, and it's already March the 18th and going into the 19th in a couple of hours. So, I mean, it just started 18 days ago. Crazy to see how fast severe weather season is going. And it's not going to be over until June. June is when it ends and we get into hurricane season. Hurricane season is looking to be a lot more active than we think. I will have a little hurricane outlook for y'all for when hurricane season comes out in June. But definitely we're gonna have to watch this hurricane season closely. Not gonna be like last hurricane season where we had like one little storm and it was at Idalia. Definitely brought some heavy rain, but not really too much on the surface of wind for some regions. But yes, that's pretty much gonna be it. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning with another forecast update.